Now, in this coaching program, we have created for you a mechanism to allow you to generate private lessons. Now, there's lots of different ways that a private lesson can take place. It could take place on Skype. It could take place on MSN Messenger. It could take place on Google Talk or Google Chat. It could take place, frankly, in a coffee shop if you have a student that's nearby and that you feel comfortable meeting at a Starbucks. That's entirely up to you. If you start each lesson confirming the objective of that particular effort, and then finish each lesson. Maybe it's only 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour, but in any case, when you finish each one of those lessons, confirming what it is that you were trying to achieve in that session, and just reiterate all of that. I can tell you from much experience serving as a professional coach that just that step alone will be the biggest contributor to you being successful in getting paid and continuing to getting paid and establishing, in many cases, a very long-term relationship with your client students. They are seeking structure, and they are looking for someone who is able to give them a sense of beginning and end and progress, even in a private lesson. So if you choose to do private lessons and do that, you have a much better chance of having happy long-term clients that get you paid well. Begin each lesson confirming the objective, and end each lesson confirming what that objective was and what you accomplished in that lesson. Now, let's go to getting paid, because that's frankly the fun part of this whole program. So, as you've done it before, you'll be being paid for exercises. We have started shifting over the last 3 months to having students, clients pay you with tokens. That's how they pay for tutor reviews now. They will continue to do that. And every time you review either a speaking or writing exercise on Live Mocha, you will get paid $1 for each of those reviews, just as you have to date. So that's not going to change. And they're going to rate those reviews just like it works today. The nuance here is they're paying with tokens. The difference really is just a minor nuance, because that's how we're going to keep track of how much money a student has left in their bank account to spend on tutors. You can choose other forms of lessons and exercises. We're putting you in the driver's seat now. So if you have a student that's ready to write an essay, go ahead and give them that exercise. Maybe you have an idea of having somebody read a section of a newspaper and then write a short paragraph about what it is that they read to check their comprehension. Or maybe you have someone that really needs to work on their pronunciation, and instead of using one of our exercises, have them read a section of a newspaper, or have them take a cut and paste link to a blog and have them read out loud and record their exercise into a recording and have you review that. You can come up with anything you like. You can create study guides. You can create lesson plans. You can do a role play exercise on Skype. You can teach verb conjugation for a half an hour. You can do whatever you deem helpful to that student client. The way that works is when you have the email conversation with this particular student client and you recommend to them, for example, that you want to do some verb conjugation with them and you want to do it on Skype, let's just say. You agree on when you're going to meet on Skype, and you agree that you're going to meet for, let's say, 45 minutes. The way you're going to set that up is you're going to tell them to buy your time, and they're going to click on your profile and it'll say buy time, and they'll buy 40 minutes with you, and they're going to pay you in tokens. So the game here, if you want to think of this as a fun game, is your job is to collect as many tokens as you can. Live Mocha will take cash from the student and give them tokens, and they will use those tokens to pay you. And then Live Mocha will pay you, cash you out of tokens every 2 weeks. So your job is to collect as many tokens as you can for every kind of exercise that you can dream up for that particular student to make sure it's helpful and a positive experience for them. So again, confirm the activity detail both before and after that. Have them pay you in tokens, and then they're going to rate you. And you're going to ask them for a good rating. And the reason you're going to do that is because you want them to rate you as excellent as opposed to neutral. Because if they rate you as excellent, then you're going to get the full amount for those tokens. If they only rate you as neutral, so they're not very happy with that particular experience because perhaps you were unclear or you didn't show up on time or whatever it is, they might rate you as neutral and you'll get paid less. So that's how that mechanism works, just as it was described in the application email that we sent last week. So the key point here is you get paid by LiveMocha by collecting tokens, and every 2 weeks we'll reconcile how many tokens you've earned, what ratings you've earned for those activities, and then we will pay you. Now the question has come up a number of times, how do we pay you? So we will pay you in any form that you prefer. Some people like checks, some people want money wired to a bank account through electronic funds transfer, some people want money sent to a PayPal account. We'll do it any way you like. All you have to do is send an email to coaches@livemocha.com and tell us what your preferred payment method is, and we'll get you paid that way. So some last couple points to make here before I wrap up. We're building our future together. We at LiveMocha are 100% convinced that the opportunity set to transform the world we live in is better now than ever before for serving the purpose of bridging cultural and language gaps around the world. You are the secret to that success. The system that exists today of universities and public schools and private schools and, for that matter, for-profit schools, in our opinion, don't work right. They undervalue your service and they limit the access to the best teachers in the world to only those students that can afford to find those teachers, or for those students who happen to be lucky enough to be geographically close to those teachers. In this day and age, with technology at our disposal and a community of 9 million people, we together, the coaches, the students, and LiveMocha, want to transform the world of language learning. We only succeed with your success. We want to build a program that works both well for you and for your student clients. We want you well paid for your skill and experience. We're starting this program out at a flat rate of $30 an hour, which is what we're charging the students, and then we're taking 10% of that in order to administer this program, and you have the opportunity at this moment to earn $27 an hour. Now, you're the one that drives how much time a particular exercise costs, and you decide that and in the end negotiate the time with the student. Once we've got a few months under our belt together and we've evaluated together with you what's working and what's not working and how to adjust and adapt this program, we're eventually going to get to the point where we're going to allow the language coaches to choose what the right rate is for their particular service. So one of the questions that came up earlier was, do we want coaches competing with each other? And the answer is no. What we want to do is structure a mechanism in which the coaches help each other. We want you to learn and grow, and we want to learn and grow and build this program together so that it is successful, not just for you, the select 100 people we're starting this program out with, but literally for all of the hundreds of thousands of teachers and tutors around the world who've already signed up for LiveMocha and who've asked to teach in LiveMocha. You are the master teachers. You're the first ones in. So please, this is not about competing. This is about sharing. This is about making this system work for you. In the end, The students will be the ones competing for you because they're the ones that are frankly on the demand side of this. You are on the supply side of this. So the actual competition will be among students to have the privilege to learn with you. A final point on this before I wrap this up is that we will make mistakes. So I'm begging you to please be patient. We're going to have technology challenges. We're going to make mistakes in how to serve and how to do this well. We'll make mistakes in communicating. I would beg that you believe that our intention is completely honorable. Our intention is always about serving you and serving our members well. And so if we do something that pisses you off, please tell us, coaches@livemocha.com. If we do something that frustrates you or stops you from being successful, please tell us and we'll fix it. If there's something in this program that needs to be done differently in order for it to work better for students, tell us and we'll fix it. So please be demanding of us, but I would also ask that you be patient with us as we build this program together.